Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. It's time for some more. Helicopter officers can do those as well, that's fine. It's time for some more workers and resources. I'm your lovely host, Kelvin. So, I've been thinking it over, and I realized there's something else I can put here as well. This chemical plant produces absurd quantities of garbage, like as much as a coal mine. If you actually go have a look at it, it's not great. So I definitely screwed up and not hooking up, a proper garbage outflow. It may not be that big of a deal because I think I can still kind of get trash exported via train, but it's a little iffy right now. I'm just devising a new system right now, and I kind of realized that it's maybe about time I get an incinerator going. You know? I think it's about time. Maybe even long overdue, some might say. Nobody actually cares about going to the incinerator itself. Alright. Well, I don't know. I'll have to figure some things out as I go. I'm pretty sure I'm going to have 2 dumps hooked up to this thing. Which is pretty reasonable, actually. Now, the reason I want 2 dumps is because, for the first time ever, it's actually going to be somewhat important between inflow and outflow on a factory connection. Normally, you only want things going one way, so that'll be in, that'll be out. Because we have trash that comes both in and out of this structure. Different kinds. Or actually I may choose to reverse that. We'll see. Goddamn. Stop snapping so much. In the way. Egg. There. Alright. So we set that. Good. Alright. So this is where we will be able to offload a decent amount of... just let it all get assigned. The ground-based construction officers are still quite a ways behind. They're trying their best. Helicopters do a lot of work, though. Glad to see that this is coming along. I don't know how much that's going to end up actually getting used now. Oh well. We have a fully paved connection to the Chemi-Silk Customs House, which has helped. They're making some progress against the waste. Part of that is because there's currently not enough oil coming in, but I kind of am going to leave that way intentionally. Because, dear God, I don't want more oil coming in. But yeah, getting a waste set up here, I think, is probably the best thing I can do right now. Without a doubt. Like, as far as waste goes, the fact that this literally produces over 50% burnable waste. The burnable waste will burn away everything that isn't construction waste, scrap of either metal or aluminum variety, so... And I'm honestly fine not recycling the rest. Like, biological waste you know, we turn that into fertilizer in theory. Might do that someday, we'll see. But yeah. So we're gonna have to get that sorted out. I just need to double check. Okay, yeah, you're doing fine. Good. We have managed to completely stop our chemical imports, which is helping the old balance sheet. Which reminds me, I have a loan I need to pay off. Yeah, still not enough, but it's okay. So, that's alright. Things are working. Slow and steady, anyway. The meat setup is actually almost done. We have, yep, 2 roads, 2 factory connections, and 1 footpath left. Technically, we don't even need those roads. You know? I technically do not even need those roads. Alright. So view line detail. Hang on. Internal distribution office. This is going to be... Hold on. Yeah, I guess this is your last task, unfortunately, that I can assign for you. You must unload and store crops here. Now, meat, unfortunately, still has a few more things I need for it. In particular, water. And oh boy, does it need a lot of water. Alright. Oh shit, not far enough. Quick before the helicopters arrive. I guess I can just put it like here. And sever the road connection. Alright. It needs comically large quantities of water. Oh no, it's just saving, okay. Alright. So, medium doesn't even cut it, I don't think. Although maybe. Maybe a medium does. Tough to say. I think I'm going to go for a large pipe. Because I'm not quite sure how much I'll end up needing. 48 alone for those 4. Which is probably not going to be good enough, so. And it does need to be decent quality, so I do have to hook it into the drinking supply. Even if I'd rather not. Plus, I'd have to run a separate line for this anyway. Yeah. Uses 12%, or 12 cubic meters a day, so 4 of those give me 48 cubic meters of water per day. Good. And that's now on its way. Ah, yes. Alright, so this will all get built over the next little while, and that will be the last thing I need to bring the meat industry online. Then we can start distributing it there, which will be good. In the meantime, I want to continue on with the incinerator plan. So, how am I setting this up? Oh boy. I think I come off here. And I need a turn here. Too steep of an incline, really. You gonna try and give me that shit? Good enough. Alright. So yeah, this ship can all get built in fairly short order. You guys still have no path to the construction office out here, which is fair. How has this not been built yet? Come on. Oh well, it's fine. There's a lot of work being done. And my dumpers are overworked. So are many things. But yeah, having the incinerator run. The incinerator won't need to run anywhere near all of the time. At least God, I hope not. Otherwise we're in real trouble. And that'll be fine. Because then I can actually also set up, for example, a waste dump here. We can do other things. I might at some point start to sort out biological waste. Because we can in these bins. And, you know, a decent bit there. But fertilizers are pretty cheap import, so I'm not super worried about it. Fertilizer seems to be inflation proof, so. Yeah. Okay, that's actually the last one down there. 116 days. The dumper's just taking its sweet time. It'll get there eventually. Okay. But yeah, if I can get this incinerator hooked up now. The important part about an incinerator that many people do miss, and it's perfectly understandable, and it's one of the most important things, under no circumstances. Actually, I have a foreign line there already. Do not hook it up to your power grid. Never hook it up to the power grid. You can, maybe if your power grid is large enough, and there'll always generally be enough demand, but I would still never recommend it. You know? I consider it a very, very, very bad idea to do so. Because it does introduce a point of failure in your entire system. Which is, should electricity demand ever drop off, for whatever reason, you stop burning waste. Which isn't great, you know? Because it will only ever burn waste to the demand level for power. So, if you hook up this and we just start exporting this power instead, then bada boom. Infinity demand. And there's basically no point of failure because you just have a single high voltage wire that goes right to the outside. You know? There's no points of failure outside the incinerator itself. It makes it actually really clean and simple. You'll love to see it. Construction here is already underway. Perfect. Yeah, the incinerator isn't going to take too long to actually set up. If anything, yeah. It's not too bad on the... Oh, yeah, right. There's several sections of pipe, though. It'll be fine. But yeah, getting garbage incinerator up will be good. Okay. Unfortunately, these are all Kranislaw Railway. Okay, so that one goes to Sandomier's train platform. Oh yeah, no. Right, that's the Kranislaw Railway end station. Should probably be the third one, right? No. Okay, so it just launched. Alright. So, I'm kind of curious, what does a round trip lab look like for you? 253, so slightly more than 8 hours, that's acceptable. Or slightly more than 4 hours, I mean. It means you're only getting one trip in every 8 hours, technically, which isn't perfect, but it can always be worse. Alright. Helicopters are just doing work. They don't even have that many mechanisms. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we managed to get the chemical waste under control, which is good to see. Just want to make sure. They technically don't even need anything, although they can't do electro components right now, so that's unfortunate. Although I guess it doesn't matter. Eventually we'll get a connection when the incinerator is actually connected to the road network. And it can take a while though. Rolling. But yeah, honestly overall the speed at which we get the stuff done. Oh good lord. It might behoove me to pave this up. Yeah. Yeah, we don't export steel much anymore. All the steel is being used internally, which is kind of terrifying. Although I guess I have to remember that mechanical components are still on export. And it appears I do about 2 rounds per month, so... And it's 1.5 minutes, so we still have like 400, 500-ish, like, spare steel a month. That's good. Seriously though, I managed to go through a hell of a lot of this stuff. It's impressive. And it'll get built over time. No need to worry too much. That work's done, so let's just get lifted to the next one and keeps working. And then eventually, materials and... Good lord. So that's where all the steel demand's coming from, isn't it? A lot for this incinerator, among other things. Still, on the plus side, economically we're looking a lot better off. Let's go to last month. What was my main import issues? God. Also 41 steel. I need to try and get rid of that last bit of steel importing. I know where it's coming from, and it's coming from my vehicle repair stations. So the Terrace Bowl small distribution office, which, yeah, we'll see. I guess, yeah, you're gonna want to load a lot of things over there, but let's see. Oh, God, fabric, yes. Electric components, electronics, plastics. I think that's everything? Okay. And from here out, I want you somewhere. I'm kind of lost right now. One moment. Ugh. Okay, there's Warsaw. There we are. Yep. So, I love those connections now. Similarly, okay. Plastic, electric components, electronics, cloth. Also theoretically chemicals, or no? No chemicals are used here. Right, no chemicals are used there, it's fine. Get those in as 2 new load points. Get these in as 2 new load points. Plastic, electronics, electro components, fabric. I think that's all the resources I need. Let me just double check though. Yeah, there's only 5 of them. And yeah, we're stuck in 4. So we'll slow down there. Okay, good. Congratulations to us. Alright, that cuts off the last of our steel and electro or mechanical component imports. So that should also help. That's fucking Christ. That was 200 grand last month in vehicle repairs that we were importing in steel and mechanical components. God damn. Alright. Yep. And we're gonna get another 200 grand in meat salt sorted out. Soon, I swear. Doesn't take long to finish it. So. Alright. And then maybe 200 grand in fuel, I don't know. The oil refinery is still a ways out. But we're making good progress towards a lot of things. Good. This is actually almost done. Nice. There's transport copter. Alright, not bad. But yeah, things are improving. Economically, we're in the black most months now. Again. Oh, Lord. And is meat complete? Yeah, that's out of the water. Oh no, there is one more thing I spot that did not get finished. Good. Glad I noticed that. Alright. Gotta make sure that gets finished too. And then meat. Now, I'm pretty sure the livestock farms do produce inordinate amounts of biological waste, but I'm still probably going to end up burning it, or whatever I choose to do with it. I think the actual way to, like, really do it is to not worry about biological waste, and instead just produce my own. There is one fun thing you can do in this game, which is just shove a bunch of cows into a livestock hall. And they will just produce biological waste. You don't actually have to do anything with them. You know? Like, this is a storage. I can just put livestock in here, and it will produce bio-waste. And then compost right into fertilizer with a few chemicals. Easy peasy. So we're probably going to do that. It does, however, require, you know, water and stuff. But I might set that up and set up a composting plant here as well anyway. You know, makes sense, right next to where we'll have spare livestock. Once it's full, assuming I keep the water on and everything, it, you know, doesn't really require any more. So, that's a great way to get pure bio-waste. And then maybe a compost plant, you know, is a good idea. Composting plant is also pretty small. You can go here pretty easily without any issues. The problem is fertilizer, I don't know. Do I need a rail hookup for that as well? The answer is, of course, yes, I do. I definitely need a rail hookup. So, I'll see about it. I'll probably put down a dump here and just have a truck run over. And then that can serve as a pickup point. Because then I can start putting dumps next to... Oh god, it's just reaching off, it's burned down. Oh shit. That needs to be fixed in short order. Holy fuck. That's like a ton of money down the drain too. Damn. Oh well. It happens. Alright. That's it for now, I think. Got a lot of planning down. The helicopters are just kind of swarming. We are about to... We've placed down the meat storages already, so it's really just a matter of getting meat production started. Let's just do the honorary switchover, I suppose. For you guys to watch before I cut the episode. And... Alright, so wait, which one's which? Okay, that one. Alright, in that case, add this instead. And delete that stop. This is unload all. Good. Accept changes. Alright, perfect. Rather conveniently, they will just go drop off there now instead. And by doing that, the livestock farms and slaughterhouse should all be in range. And hopefully before too long, we'll actually have people working here. Won't that be nice? Yeah, only a little bit longer. Alright, so thank you everyone for watching. I've been your Kevin. I'll see you guys next time. Take care, folks. Have a good night.